Here we go! Welcome to the Nintendo Power Zone, and this is your 16-bit news where we discuss all the weekly stories that Nintendo has to offer in 16 minutes or less. We've got a crazy array of news stories this week, so let's go ahead and dive right in. Kicking things off today, the Funko blog has just revealed the next figure in their line of Pokemon Funko Pops. And keeping in line with the other figures released in the series, we get our final Gen 1 starter Pokemon, Squirtle. And let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, I think it looks absolutely fantastic. While no retail specifics were given out, such as release date and retail exclusivity, Squirtle will mark the 6th figure released in the Pop line after Pikachu, Bulbasaur, Charmander, and the 10-inch variations of Pikachu and Bulbasaur. The Pokemon Pop line was launched back in November of 2018, starting with the Target exclusive Pikachu, with the 10-inch version following not long afterwards. And recently, as a tie-in to the Detective Pikachu film, the 10-inch scale Bulbasaur was released also as a Target exclusive, released after the day the film opened. No word yet of a 10-inch scale Charmander or Squirtle, but we will keep an eye out here at the Nintendo Power Zone and update you if any more information is given. Moving on to our next story, Niantic has announced its newest collaboration with Pokemon Go, and it's one that should make manga fans very happy. Starting July 22nd, players of Pokemon Go will be able to catch a new variation of Pikachu. This time the mascot Pokemon will be wearing the hat of Monkey D. Luffy, the captain of the Straw Hat Pirates from the One Piece anime and manga. Players will also be able to buy a straw hat for their in-game avatar in the shop as well. Both Pokemon Go and One Piece are celebrating anniversaries this month, so the collaboration seems like a no-brainer. On a more serious note though, the collaboration is twofold. One Piece writer and creator Eiichiro Oda was born in the Kumamoto prefecture of Japan. Prior to Pokemon Go's launch, the area was hit by an earthquake which resulted in a loss of tourism in the area. In an effort to draw tourism back, One Piece statues will be erected within the prefecture and they will serve as Pokestops for Pokemon Go players. Also worth mentioning that the Armored Mewtwo event is still running until July 31st and players still have a few days to catch the Mewtwo variant. The event is a tie-in to the latest Pokemon film, Mewtwo Strikes Back Evolution, a CGI remake of the Pokemon first movie. And moving on to our next story, during this year's E3, Nintendo dedicated a fair amount of time covering Luigi's Mansion 3, not only during the E3 Direct, but also during the Treehouse Live segments. Conspicuously absent, however, was a release date for the game. Here at the Nintendo Power Zone, we speculated an October release, as October had no major releases to speak of, plus it would make it just in time for Halloween. Well, it seems Nintendo may have agreed with us on this one, and given us the official release date of October 31st, 2019. That's Halloween Day, ladies and gentlemen. So this should be a fantastic way to spend that particular holiday if you aren't out trick-or-treating. This is also noteworthy because Halloween falls on a Thursday this year, and Nintendo usually releases games on Fridays. So this is a major exception to the rule, which seems to specifically capitalize on the holiday and its horror themes. Moving things right along, we have some Splatoon news. So Splatoon 2 will celebrate its final Splatfest this weekend. Dubbed Final Fest, it will be the last hurrah for the Nintendo Switch launch title, and with the theme of order versus chaos, you would think that it has direct ties to Nintendo's plans for the next game in the Splatoon franchise. But that doesn't really seem to be the case, as in a recent interview with Famitsu, series producer Hisashi Nogami stated the following: "We are not at a phase yet where we can make a promise, but we'd like to return the favor in some sort of way to many people who have supported us," Nogami said. "If you continue to support us, it might turn into reality." Now, this is somewhat surprising news given how popular Splatoon has been, particularly in Japan. Even more surprising that when one factors in that as of March of 2019, the game has sold 8.70 million copies globally in comparison to Splatoon 1's 4.94 million units sold on the Wii U. So we have no real information as to whether or not a Splatoon 3 is in the works. Like, as of right now, it seems to be they're not even thinking about it. Now, it should be noted that Hisashi Nogami is also a producer on the new Animal Crossing game, so that could be eating up a lot of his time, and he probably doesn't want to split the development between two games yet again. Alright, so next up we have some more Nintendo Switch news. So last week, Nintendo dropped a bomb on the world with the announcement of the Nintendo Switch Lite, a portable only version of the Nintendo Switch hardware. Nintendo, apparently not satisfied with blowing our minds once this month, announced this morning new hardware revisions for the OG Nintendo Switch hardware. This new model will come with an increased battery life. Players will be able to play between 4.5 to 9 hours in handheld mode based on the software. This is a fairly big step up when you consider that the launch Switch has an estimated 2.6 to 6.5 hour battery life depending on the software, and it beats out the Nintendo Switch Lite's battery life as well, which has an estimated 3 to 7 hour battery life depending on the software. The new Switch doesn't seem to have any other improvements such as more powerful graphics or any other quality of life functions that other hardware revisions have had in the past, but both this and last week's announcement of the Nintendo Switch Lite show an increased effort on Nintendo's part to emphasize the Nintendo Switch's portable capabilities. The new system will launch in August in the US and Japan, while Europe and Australia will have to wait for September for the revision to hit store shelves. And last but not least, to coincide with the announcement of the new variation of the Nintendo Switch, Nintendo has announced new sets of Joy-Cons, blue and neon purple and orange. The neon Joy-Con seems to be the same one released to coincide with ARMS, but the other three colors are unique thus far. Personally, I'm getting a set of the purple and orange as they have a very Halloween look to them, and they will be perfect for playing Luigi's Mansion 3 with. These new Joy-Cons will launch on October 4th. So that's going to go ahead and wrap up our 16-bit news for the week of July 15th, 2016. Let us know which is your favorite story in the bunch. Anyway guys, we got to go ahead and sign off, but before we let you go, got to hit you up with these social media links. You can hit me up on Twitter at nice1983. You can email me at nice1983@gmail.com. You can hit me up on Facebook, facebook.com/NintendoPowerZone. If you are a fan of the Nintendo Power Zone podcast, you can always download new episodes on iTunes, Google Play Music, stream new episodes on Stitcher Radio. But if you want to watch the video version of the show, you can catch us right here on YouTube, youtube.com/NintendoPowerZone. And guys, don't forget, if you want to see what projects we're working on next, you can check out our Instagram page, instagram.com/NintendoPowerZone. Thank you guys so much for watching, and remember to watch out for amiibo hunters on the prowl. Deuces.